everybody? Justin here to do my top 50 favorite wrestlers part 2. Part 2 will be numbers 39 favorite wrestlers. Check out my part 1, by the way, where I went 50 to 40. So part 2 will be 39 to 29. This is part 2 of my top 50 favorite wrestlers. So here we go. Number 39 is Flying Brian Pillman. Later, he was known as the Loose Cannon. The guy was great. I mean, later in his career, in WCW 95, 96, you didn't know. I mean, the guy seemed like he was a real loose cannon. You didn't know if what he was doing in the ring was a shoot. Like, he didn't listen to anybody backstage, didn't listen to Eric Bischoff. It seemed like the loose cannon, Brian Pillman, seems like he went in business for himself. But I'm sure he was a smart guy. He wasn't going against what the company wanted him to do. And then he signed with the WWF in the spring of 96. Was in a really bad car accident, shattered his ankle really badly. So the guy couldn't debut in 96 at all. He didn't debut until, I think, April or May 97. There might have been an episode of Raw in June or July 97. He didn't debut for a very long time, and after he did debut, he wasn't the same Brian Pillman. He wasn't the high-flying Brian Pillman. He couldn't do much at all. But he still had great promo skills. And before he was the Loose Cannon, he was Flying Brian. Debuted in WCW in 89. The guy was great. Great high flyer. Great light heavyweight. The guy was fantastic. And he's a great wrestler also. Great worker. Great talker. Especially around 92. 92, he became a really great talker as a heel. When he teamed up with Barry Windham. And they were tag champs. They were a damn good team. I think they were tag champs. So number 39 would be Brian Pillman / Flying Brian. Number 38 is a tag team. I'm putting them together because they're a tag team. 39 is the Steiner Brothers. Damn good tag team. One of the best of all time. Number 37. I actually got Impact Wrestling on, but I don't really care to pay attention to it. So 38, Steiner Brothers. 39, Brian Pillman. 37, one of the best workers of all time. One of the greatest, best baby faces of all time. Never worked as a heel. What am I talking about? 37's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The guy had so many classics. Great matches with Rick Rude, Ric Flair, Macho Man Randy Savage, Stunning Steve Austin. Ricky Steamboat, one of the best workers of all time. And wrestlers. And then later in the WWE, I think in 2009, the guy was still very good at WrestleMania 25. And the guy was then had a match against Jericho at Backlash. I think it was Backlash 2009. Very good match. And I think Steamboat was like, in 2009, I think he's like 54 years old. The guy could still go. 36 would be the Viper, Randy Orton. Randy Orton, number 36. When he debuted in 2002 on SmackDown, I didn't think much of him. I didn't think he was very good. I never thought he'd become what he did. He became later on, like 2003, joined Evolution. That really helped kickstart his career. and give him a huge push, being with Ric Flair, Batista, and Triple H. Then he became the Legend Killer when he was in Evolution, became the Legend Killer, became the Intercontinental Champion. Then in 2004, he became the World Heavyweight Champion, winning the title at SummerSlam 2004. I don't know how many times. I think Randy Orton is a 13-time world champion. The guy's won the title a lot. Too many times, if you ask me. But that's only because he won the title so often, because they had 2 brands and 2 world titles. So Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, or whatever you want to call him, the Legend Killer, the Viper, the Apex Predator. Randy Orton, great wrestler, great worker. The guy's fantastic. Even if you don't like the guy because he's outspoken and put out that long statement on Twitter about how he hates dives and all the indie wrestlers. I think he's talking about the Young Bucks mostly, but saying basically all they do is dives and super kicks and they don't know how to work. And he's not really wrong. Young Bucks don't know how to work a match. All they are spot monkeys. So number 36 is Randy Orton. A lot of people don't like the guy anymore, but I still like the guy. 35, the rated R superstar Edge. He didn't start out that way. He debuted in 98 during the Attitude Era. I think he made his debut at SummerSlam 98 in a mixed tag. I think that was his debut. Anyways, he'd go on to become... He had a great theme song, great debut. You Think You Know Me, came out of the crowd. Then he became part of a great tag team. Edge and Christian. Great tag team in the year 2000. And they, of course, broke up. Edge is a 2001 King of the Ring winner. He's a many-time World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know how many times, but it's probably over 10. I think he's a 10-time World Heavyweight Champion. He's a former WWE Champion. After edging Christian, he became a single star in 2002, in 2004. I think 2003 he's out a long time in 2003 because he had neck surgery. So Edge actually missed WrestleMania 19. That was pretty sad. But Edge is a single star in 2004. The guy, I think, is 03 or 04. The guy had a great match with Randy Orton at Vengeance. I think it was Vengeance 03, maybe 04. So then he became the rated R superstar. He dated Lita, had a feud with Matt Hardy that was great. His character on TV dated Vicky Guerrero. He married Vicky and used her because she was a GM of SmackDown. He used her. That was good stuff. Edge and Vicky together. He feuded with Batista. He's feuded with The Undertaker. Edge has had great feuds with just about everybody. He feuded with Christian at the end of 2001. I mean, seriously, Edge, I've never seen Edge have a bad match with anybody. Number 35, the rated R superstar Edge. Very sad the guy had to retire pretty young. 34 would be, yes, Daniel Bryan, number 34. The guy was great. The guy was greatness. Before he was signed to WWE, the guy was a Ring of Honor World Champion for one of the longest times ever. I think he's Ring of Honor World Champion for 2 years, or maybe longer. And he had a great theme song. Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor, his theme song was Final Countdown. Great theme, the fans loved it in Ring of Honor. So I have no doubt if Daniel Bryan wants to return to the ring, outside of WWE. I'm getting distracted by Impact. Matt Seidel's cutting a promo. He was in Impact, it looks like, in 2004. 3 or 4, 03, 04. I don't remember Matt Seidel at all in TNA in 03, 04. And I watched it a lot back then. So, my God. Matt Seidel, it's like he weighed about 110 pounds in 03, 04. So 34's top 50 favorite wrestlers. Number 34 is Daniel Bryan. The guy could be higher, could be my top 10, but I haven't watched all his matches since he started. But I've seen a lot of them. So number 33 is not a wrestler, but she was one of my favorites. So that's why she's on this top 50 favorites. She's not a wrestler, but who cares? It's my top 50. I can do what I want. Or put who on it, whoever I want. 33 would be Sunny. I was a huge fan of hers. Huge mark for her. I thought she was great. In 95, 96, 97, 98, I thought she was great. And then in 99, I thought she had issues. When I would see her on ECW, I thought she's got major issues. She doesn't look the same. And I believe she got into drugs. And then, of course, after Chris Candido passed, her longtime boyfriend, even though she treated him, I believe, like shit, because she cheated on him about probably 15 times with different wrestlers, probably more than that. I mean, Raven said he slept with her, I think in 96 or 7, one of those years. So anyways, maybe it's 98, I don't know, but Raven said he slept with her. Raven said she cheated on Chris Candido all the time. Sonny, I think Raven said this, I heard him say this on a video on YouTube. Sonny slept with Hack Myers from ECW. That's frightening, because that guy looked insane. I don't know why she'd sleep with Hack Myers, but maybe he had drugs. I don't know, maybe she wanted drugs from him. Maybe she got free drugs out of sleeping with a lot of the boys in ECW. I don't know. But I believe Raven, that the guy wouldn't lie about that he slept with Sonny. And she slept with many others, I'm sure. Shawn Michaels is one of them. So she cheated on Chris Candido constantly. I don't know why Chris Candido put up with it. The guy should have left her, but maybe he's into that. Maybe he's into his girlfriend sleeping with other guys. Maybe he liked watching. I don't know. Rest in peace, Chris Candido. So number 33 would be Sunny, because I don't like her now. I don't like what she does now. I think she's a disgrace. But WWE put her in their Hall of Fame. I was trying to think what to say about her. She's real bashed WWE a lot, and I don't like that. And all they've done is put her in the Hall of Fame and help her over and over and over and over with rehab. 32 would be another tag team, the Midnight Express. Number 32 is the Midnight Express. Dennis Condrey. It's dark as hell in here now, but put my light on. So, Dennis Condrey, I wasn't a fan of the Lover Boy. I was more of a fan of this Midnight Express, Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton. That was the Midnight Express I liked the best. So they're number 32, Midnight Express. Number 31 would be the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. They're definitely one of my favorites. That's why they're on this list at number 31. Number 30. Only 2 more names left before this part 2's over. Number 30 would be Bam Bam Bigelow. The guy had a great look. The guy was a great big man. The guy's a former ECW World Champion. It's sad he never got to hold the WCW World title or WWF title, but at least he was a World Champion in ECW. That's where he got his biggest push, in my opinion, because he was a TV champion and a World Champion. And Bam Bam had a great feud with Taz. They had a great feud, great series of matches in '98 on pay-per-view. Bam Bam's greatest feud in the United States, because he was in Japan a lot wrestling, but his greatest feud, in my opinion, is probably Bam Bam against Taz. And they had great matches. Living Dangerously, '98, they went through the ring. No other company ever did that before. That was done first time ever, only in ECW. And then other companies ripped it off. Then they went through the stage. At Heat Wave '98, they went through the stage, the rampway. They went through it. That was insane. Never saw that before in wrestling. That's why I loved ECW. I mean, in '98, I saw stuff. When I saw their first pay-per-view at a friend's house, I saw ECW do stuff in their highlight package when RVD flipped into the crowd. That's insane. And just, I mean, highlights of ECW. When I saw the stuff they were doing, I couldn't believe it, and I was a mark for it. I loved it. I'm talking about Taz Bam Bam going through the ring. That made me become a fan and want to see more ECW. And Taz and Bam Bam going through the ramp. That made me want to watch more of them. And stuff like RVD diving into the crowd off the top rope. That stuff really hooked me as a fan. Now number 29. Kevin Nash. Big sexy Kevin Nash. Started this. Not just a clique, but was in the clique, but started the NWO with Scott Hall. Then they added Hollywood Hogan to it. I mean, Kevin Nash, the guy was pretty damn good as Diesel. I thought he was a good world champion. If you think Diesel was not a good world champion, well, just look at Jinder Mahal. Compare Jinder to Kevin Nash, or Diesel. There is no comparison, because Diesel's 1,000 times better than Jinder is as a champion. So Kevin Nash, number 29, the guy who's WWF champion, defeated Bob Backlund in December, maybe November, '94 at a Madison Square Garden house show in like 10 seconds. Kicked Bob Backlund in the gut, jackknife powerbombed him, won the world title. Then Kevin Nash's business was way down in '95, but the guy had a great title reign. Had it for a very long time. Had it for like 11 or 12 months. And then not just Diesel. I was a big mark for Diesel at the time because I was only 11 years old. So I was a big fan of Diesel. But then in '96, the guy started the NWO, and that was legendary. So Kevin Nash, part of the original NWO, also part of the clique with Razor, Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, 1, 2, 3 Kid. So Kevin Nash, I like the guy or hate the guy, I respect the hell out of him because the guy has done a ton for wrestling. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, in my opinion, they're the two guys that started the Monday Night Wars. And if Kevin Nash, Scott Hall never went to WCW in '96, they would have never became number 1. So Kevin Nash, the guy's done a ton for wrestling. Ton for wrestling. And Kevin Nash has made pro wrestling, and he's made it better. His impact on what he did in the business, he made it better with realer storylines, more realistic storylines as part of the NWO, stuff like that. So that's part 2 of my top 50 favorite wrestlers. Hope you enjoyed this part 2. I'll be back with part 3 on Friday. So look for my part 3 of my top 50 favorite wrestlers. Hope you enjoyed this part 2. Part 3 will kick off with number 28 to number 18. Hope you enjoyed it. This new countdown, part 2, top 50 favorite wrestlers. Follow me on Twitter, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye for now, Rebirth.